Miss, please wake up. Jungkook sighs, looking at the sleeping figure on his couch, while Martin was trying to wake up the girl. What the hell? Why she isn't waking up? It's been an hour. He shouted at Martin. I'm trying, boss, but it seems she fainted due to shock. What happened here? Jungkook that glared at Martin. That's none of your business. Do what I said. He stopped as the sleeping figure of the girl started moving with some groaning noises. Move, let me sit here. He motions Martin to move away from the sad girl. He obeyed and Jungkook sat on the couch. Where I am? You open your eyes, blinking several times to adjusting of the light, feeling little heavy. Are you alright, ma'am? He asked out of concern. You was about to reply him but gasped loudly, looking at the person sitting beside you. Jungkook. I'm impressed. You still remember my name? He said ironically. I mean, Mr. Jeon. Why did you get fainted after seeing me? Do I look that dangerous? He says, raising his brow at you in question. Anyo. Martin, please leave. Your work is done. You felt scared to be left alone with him in this room. You don't know what's his intention and what is he going to do now. He really going to kill me after I ruined his wedding with his bride? Is that the reason why he brought me here? Oh God, I don't want to die at young age. I will confess him that I don't have any ill intentions towards him. It was purely business, at least for me. He waved his hands in front of you because you were lost in your own thoughts. Earth to Miss Kim? Huh? Listen, Mr. Jeon, I'm really sorry for breaking your wedding. Well, thank you for doing that because I don't want to marry my best friend either. We don't love each other. She is just my childhood friend. Huh? Don't tell me they don't want to marry each other. Was that a forced wedding? What's happening? Whatever. If he is happy that the wedding called off, then what he wants from me? I know you thinking why I called you if I'm happy after wedding called off, right? Your eyes widened in surprise. How the he knows? Am I thinking out loud? You mumbled without realizing he is staring at you. Then what do you want from me? Said with hesitation. I want you. Smirking. You choked on your own spit, coughing loudly. He moved closer to you, handing you the glass of water. What? I mean, I want you to be my fake girlfriend, he said seriously. That's what you do, right? I want to hire you for that. But why? The marriage is already called off, right? And you don't have any problem with it. You did the whole drama in front of everyone, and media also captured everything, making me look the bad guy who cheated on you. But aren't the mafias the bad guys? Oops. He looked so pissed. Did you trigger the devil? Because he pulled out his gun and pointed at your forehead. Your breath hitched when the cold front of the gun touched the warm skin of your forehead. Seeing the terror on your face, he pulled back his gun. Do you even know what you did? Because of the whole show you did in front of everyone and media, now they think you are my girlfriend. I know girls like you can do anything for money, and how much extent you can go just to fill your greed. Such a great actress you are. Excuse me? You said feeling offended, but he again pointed his gun to your forehead, and you moved back in fear. Okay, I'm listening. Well, I don't give you punishment for damaging my image in front of so many people. I'm trying to forget it. You see that? He threatened, and you nodded vigorously, accepting whatever he's saying. So it's better let me handle all this mess you had created. The loud ringing of phone could be heard, and Jungkook sighs, looking at you, scratching his head with the gun, and you looked at him with dumbfounded expressions. It's your phone, right? Uh, I'm sorry. You quickly apologize, picking up your phone. The worry settle on the pit of your stomach when you see the name. Hello, uncle. Is everything alright? Uncle, what happened to my mom? You said you were going to start the operation, right? You said crying, seeing your mom in pain, and he looked at you with pity. We are trying our best, Ryan, but I think there is still complications. I tried to talk with my seniors. You need to deposit the money now, or else we won't be able to operate on her if her condition worsens. For now, we sedate her so she's sleeping. He squeezed your shoulder to comfort you, but nothing works when you saw how dreadful your mom looked earlier, screaming in pain. So you ran away crying, ignoring screams of your uncle, and a figure following you from behind. She is the only family you have. You can't lose her. Not now. No, never. I need money. You snatched your hairs in distress because of throbbing head and shouted loudly, feeling no energy in your body. You slumped down on the cold stairs. A tear escaped from his eyes, looking at the defeated figure of the girl crying helplessly, and without knowing, his feet moved towards her direction but stopped in midway. He wanted to comfort her but doesn't know about his own feelings. Why I'm feeling sad for her? She is just a freaking stranger for me. No, Jungkook, hold yourself. She is just in need and you have to be opportunist. Yes, why I feel bad for her. But she is not like other girls I met. She is not like them. She is different. I thought she was some clever girl who can do anything for money. But she did that to only save her mom. Maybe I'm just feeling pity. Yes, it's pity. What happened? Your best friend asked, looking at your dreadful expressions. But you didn't answer. So she shook your body lightly. Are you alright, Ryan? You went for an interview. So what happened? Why you look so distressed? Oma. Huh? What happened to auntie? Is she alright? She cupped your face when you didn't answer. Tell me, Ryan, it's freaking me out. I need to deposit money now, or they won't be able to save her. Tears streaming down to your face. What should I do? Tell me, Jia. Jia looked at you with pity. She is your childhood best friend who stays in Seoul alone, far away from her family. She is the only one you are staying with right now because she helped you to settle down here in Seoul and encouraged that everything will be alright. You just need to find a good job. And she helped you financially as much as she can. But now everything is falling apart and she can't do anything but see you crumbling down. She just prayed for some miracle to happen at this point. Jia hugged you tightly, letting you cry on her shoulder, not saying anything, but rubbing your back in comfort. Yes, uncle. Jia looked at your direction with questioning eyes, asking you what happened. You nodded on the phone and cut the call. Jia looked at your lost expression. What happened? He's saying that they will start the operation soon because someone deposited the money. Huh? But who deposited the money? Is it uncle again? I think I know who. Did you deposit the money for my mother's operation? You asked, entering in the room. Martin was unable to block you. I'm sorry, I tried to stop her, but she was insisting to meet you. He apologized to Jungkook, who shrugged and told Martin to leave. He got from his seat, coming in your direction with cold face. Yes, I did. You don't have to feel pity for me. Pity? He chuckled. I don't feel pity for girls like you. I have business with you. That's why I did that. Remember my proposal? He said, acting cold, like he didn't feel anything earlier, seeing her cry. To become your fake girlfriend. He nodded and put a white paper in front of you, written some legal terms on it. Yes, for 2 months. Why 2 months? Because in that meantime, I would make any scenario of a fake breakup with you. Then we both will go our own way. He said, folding his hands across his chest. You can read the contract. There's some rule what you can do or not in that period. You pick the paper and start reading the details of it. Are you fine with it, Miss Kim? He asked, tilting his head. You don't have any other option anyway. 2 months is the time I have to put up with him. Then so be it. Even though I'm thankful for him to doing this. But he is asking for a favor. That thing I don't want to be the fake girlfriend of someone. But if that will save my mother, I'm ready. Deal. You said, picking up the pen and signing the paper. Jungkook smirked, looking at you. What I need to do? First of all, we need to show up at my parents' house to introduce you as my girlfriend. What? Your eyes widen in surprise. A butler came to open the door for you, and Jungkook in front of the large gate. You moved cautiously because of the expensive dress you wore, which was bought by him. Jungkook moved towards the entrance of the mansion without waiting for you, but you were struggling because of the dress and high heels, still made the way towards the dining area. You feel scared to be there and just wanted to run away. But what can you do? When he already paid for your mother's operation, now you have to do whatever he says. But an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of your stomach, thinking to meet his parents again. Oh God, how I'm going to face them. Will they kill me for ruining his son's wedding? That's why he brought me here as scapegoat. Of course, he would be happy that this marriage got cancelled. But what about me? What I'm going to say? Because whatever I said before at the wedding was just an act. Okay, cool down. You have to act again. You have done that before. You can do that still. Keep faith in yourself, Ryan. It's just a meeting. You will act as his girlfriend. That's it. Yes, so pluck up your courage. You took a deep breath before entering to the dining area, tailing behind Jungkook, but your mouth fell agape, seeing how everything looks so luxurious, and the servants standing for your welcome to this house. No, calling it house would be insult. It's grand mansion, which a common person can only dream about. Dad, so you finally come, huh? Where is your girlfriend? He asked, and you move your eyes to look at the man sitting with his wife and daughter. Even the hairs grow whiter, still his aura looks dominant, as if he can destroy anything in just 1 second with his those piercing eyes. Of course, the Mafia family and their dominative personality. Here is she, Dad. He motions, and everyone look at your direction. You feel conscious and timidly bow to everyone with an awkward smile, and glad to see that his father smile in return. But you never know, huh? Don't let your guards down. Let's eat something before we start anything, because everyone looks hungry. His mom tries to crack a joke, which Mr. John chuckled, but Jungkook's sister shrugged. She doesn't look pleased to see you there for some reason. So, what's your name, beautiful lady? He asked, looking at your direction to start the conversation. You choked on your soup, coughing loudly at the sudden question being asked. Mrs. John handed you a glass of water, and you thanked her, who smiled in return. The only member of this family you found a little friendly. Kim Ryan, uncle. Do not call me uncle. You are my son's girlfriend. You can call me Appa whenever you want, he said with a small smile. Appa? Why? But thank God, you thought they were going to kill you. But as the far conversation went, they don't seem angry with you. You nodded in response. I must say, my son has a beautiful girlfriend. She compliments you, and you smile awkwardly, replying thank you. Only if he told us before about you, we would have think of something. She twists Jungkook's ear and he groaned in pain. Omma, did he apologize to you? She asked, looking at you, and you looked at Jungkook before timidly nodding. You shouldn't have forgive him easily. Dear, I know how my son is, and that's why we called you here to apologize to you. He advised you like he's more concerned about you than his own son. That's what I was thinking too. Don't you have a boyfriend before him? She asked nonchalantly, joining in for the conversation. I had before. When? You didn't tell me before, he asked, making you look at him, then realized that everyone was looking at his direction, so he backed away. I mean, I knew, just didn't knew when. Why he looks so curious about my past relationship? We are just acting. Um, in high school, I had a boyfriend. We were in relationship for 2 years. Then he moved to a foreign country, and we broke up. But it was mutual. You explained in short. Everyone hum, except Jungkook, who looked a little quiet, just concentrating on his food. Anyways, what about Jungkook? Where you guys met for the first time? She asked, stirring the spoon in the soup. At the party, at the office. You looked at Jungkook's direction. He looked stunned, chuckling nervously because his sister was looking skeptically at him. I mean, we met at office party, right? He looked at your direction with his fake smile and giving warning to you from his eyes. Yeah, it was office party. You said joining Jungkook and Mr. John hummed in response. And who proposed first? She questioned, crossing her arms over her chest. Her, Jungkook. You mentally cursed at yourself, and Jungkook poked his tongue in annoyance, looking at his sister with deadly stares. I mean, yes, it was me who did, I just forgot. Amazing. Never I thought you will propose a girl. Anyways, she looked at your direction. Miss Kim Wine, what you do for living? That's what I am doing now. Oh gosh, how can I tell her that? I feel like I'm in a courtroom. You looked at Jungkook's direction, asking for help, not wanting to answer anything wrong. So he took the charge. She is an employee at my office. What's with you? Why you keep asking questions, huh? Is this kind of investigation room? Appa, what does she wants to check? He snapped, complaining to his father. I just want to know how can a girl like her fall for the playboy like you? It seems impossible for me. She tilted her head and continued eating her food. Oma, tell her do not interfere in my relationship. I don't say her anything making multiple boyfriends. He spoke loudly, which annoyed her sister more. At least I had boyfriends. I don't do one night stands like you. And that's why I can't believe you had girlfriend, especially as innocent as her. Mrs. John trying to stop the siblings, but they didn't listen. What if she is my girlfriend, huh? You look so jealous because your new boyfriend also dumped you like others. At this, Jungkook's sister's eyes went wide, and she threw her glass of water at his brother's face in anger. And Mr. John gasps, continue with your voice. How dare you? You. Enough, both of you. He slammed his hands on the table loudly, and everyone shut their mouth in fear. Jungkook, go change your clothes and also show your room to Wyan. I need to talk your sister, he ordered. That witch, what she think of herself, huh? Is she Queen of Victoria? I knew she was trying to expose my plan. He grumbled, entering his room. You shouldn't have shouted at your sister in first place. Why are you angry? You asked, looking at his wet hairs. Even being angry, but he looks cute. I'm not angry. Wyan, can't you stop admiring him? He's not a kind of Prince Charming a girl wants for herself, but he is the devil. A girl would avoid for the rest of her life. But looked pissed earlier, why? Jungkook sighed internally, not wanting to accept that he got angry when he heard about Ryan's boyfriend. Is she really love him? No, right? But why I'm feeling irritation? I should not. That's not my business. They break up already. But why it's bothering me? You look pissed when I told them about my boyfriend. Was I not supposed to say that? You question innocently, not knowing that actual reason is something else. Do you still love him? Who? My ex? He nodded. Why should I reply to you? I don't ask about your one night stand. Do I? I didn't use my feelings for them. Most importantly, I don't love them. They are just another face for me on this earth. Still, why my ex is concerned you? Isn't this my personal matter? Oh yeah, personal matter, forget it. Yeah, let's just stop this fight. You backed out. Anyways, I had not seen your sister in wedding though. He picked the cloth from nearby couch. As I said, she is a queen of Victoria. Madam didn't like her gown, so decided to stay at home, said rubbing his wet hair with a towel. Why you guys hate each other so much? It looks pretty serious. It's because, leave it. That's our personal matter. He shrugged, moving towards the cupboard to find a new t-shirt for him. Yeah, it's up to you. I can't force you, right? He stopped and looked at your direction with an unreadable expression, contemplating whether should he tell you or not. It's because she thinks I was the one who made her break up with Jordan. But I knew that boy was not good for her. He's just a playboy, and I can't let her stay with that kind of person. So I beat the shit out of him when he tried to drug her, but she never trusted me. You put a hand on his shoulder to comfort him, who looked at you with defeated eyes. I hope one day she will understand that you are just protective to her. But you need to change your behavior too. She doesn't said anything wrong. If you can't see her with a playboy, then how can she see her brother as a playboy too? She won't respect you if you play with girls like this. You advised him and he listened each and everything attentively. But it's not my fault that all the girls throw themselves on me. And the kind of work I do, it's normal in Mafia world. Plus, they are not innocent either. Most of them are clever and greedy. But I need some information from them regarding my mission. And it's not every time. Do I look that bad to you? He asked, picking a new t-shirt from his closet. Mafias are bad, but the Jungkook, you shouted at him because he removed his wet shirt in front of you shamelessly, showing his defined abs, and your heart started beating faster. So you looked away, covering your eyes. What? I'm just changing my shirt. You don't know girls die to see me like this, he said, smirking, moving in your direction. So you tried to run, but he held your wrist and attempted to stop you from exiting the room, standing in front of you. I'm not one of those girls. I'm not like them. I will never be. You said, deeply staring into his eyes, letting him know that you won't be like his one night stand. But your heart thumping loudly, and you feel scared if he listens to it. I know. You're not like them, because I never felt this uneasy feeling in my chest, looking at any girl before. Your cheeks get redder with each word he spells out. We are acting Jungkook, if you forget, and these lines will only work for those girls, not on me, because I'll never fall for a person like you, who play with girls. Sorry. You blurred out carelessly and noticed the little twitch on his face, as he wants to say more, but didn't try. Don't you feel anything for me? He asked instead. I. You couldn't able to say anything. You both stared at each other for so long, just lost in each other, that didn't even notice the sound of footsteps, even forgetting that he put both of his hands on your waist, bringing you closer to his body, and you put your hand on his bare chest. You felt hypnotized, staring at his eyes, which looked different this time. It looks more calm and expressing. His beautiful eyes, which literally haunted you till now. What's happening to me? Do I falling for him? No, right? He will also play with me like he do to other girls. I can't trust him. He's just a client Ryan, remember. He just paid an amount for your mother's operation, and in return, he just wants you to be his fake girlfriend. You're not his real girlfriend. Do I even want to? No, right? A loud gasp could be heard from the Jungkook's mom, who was standing at the doorframe, covering her mouth in shock. Your eyes widened in surprise, and you pushed Jungkook harshly that he stumbled back to close it, but still wore the shirt in hurry. It's not what you're thinking, Mom, he said, standing in front of you, who was dying from embarrassment. Your father is calling you downstairs, she said and left just like that with a chuckle. Otuke, Otuke, what should we do now? It's not what she just saw. You grumbled in annoyance, snatching your hairs, looking distressed. Relax, he said, stopping you from fidgeting. Relax, okay? We are girlfriend and boyfriend in their eyes, and we know nothing happened. He said, looking at your eyes, and somehow it calms you down. I pray she won't tell to dad, or I would be dead meat. He mumbled something you didn't hear, but he shrugged. Look, whatever happened was not in our control, but now I want to make everything right for everyone, considering our faults to force you for marriage. And after seeing YN, I think she is perfect for you. So that's why we decided you to get married in a month. What? You both said in unison.